Hello Aquarius, I'm Christy. You're watching Tiny Turtle Tarot and this is your reading for September. As always, if anything I say resonates or you feel it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing. Let's go on with your reading. What's happening for the beautiful Aquarius? I feel like I said Sagittarius. I'm hoping I didn't. Aquarius. Okay, you got 5 cards. Let's take them. Firstly, you've got the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles is the energy of feeling very solid in your financial stability a lot of the time, to put it simply. It's also just feeling on top of your stuff. You've got your shit together in a way. You've got your, you're very grounded also, because it's Pentacles. Man or woman doesn't matter. You can be a woman, still the king. It just seems as if you're almost like, I don't know why people look at you like you're a bank this month, so take that as it resonates. It's almost like people think you can loan them money maybe, or I don't know, but yeah, I'm getting people are looking at you like you're a bank. Weird thing to say, but 7 of Wands here is the energy of protecting yourself and others. So maybe there's something here about you having a boundary you're starting to put up. If you are someone that is very generous and very giving, you might realize it's actually going to be very generous to know your limits, because you're not always going to be able to be there to offer things to others. Like, I don't know, there's something where people might just be taking your energy for granted, and maybe your money as well, because there's something about protecting what you've made or protecting what you're making. And it could be something else as well. Some of you, if you make something like, say you make glass sculptures or something, there's something about protecting them. It could be like nobody's gonna, I don't feel like there's any energies that are gonna purposely break anything, but it just seems as if there's something about being very cautious of like where things stand. If you have something that's near the edge of a counter, like, this sounds really silly and unnecessary to say, but it just seems as if there's something about protecting what you've made. If you are an artist or you are, it just seems like it could get somehow ruined, even if not intentionally. Yeah, it's almost, I'm also getting faded. Like if maybe you paint and then you leave it in the sun and it fades or something. I don't know if that's a thing, but it's just something about like fading. Something's gonna fade if you don't protect it. Weird. Could also be like protecting a relationship, maybe making sure it doesn't fade out, or I don't know what I'm trying to say, but there is a sense of protecting. Then you have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, I like the energy of the Queen of Swords. It is Aquarius energy too. Queen of Swords is very much sharp. She's very intelligent. She knows how to speak her mind. She's not bothered if it comes across as sharp. She's not bothered because she's speaking truths. And it's just, she's very good at that. But there's also a sense of sometimes like speaking and then going, oh, did that sound harsh? And there's kind of like this like second of buffering where you're, oh, did they take that the wrong way? Because you're speaking truths and you're not really thinking with your emotions, you're thinking with your mind, and you're thinking with like, I said nothing but the truth. I said the honest truth. I don't know why I just got, if it hurts them, then they weren't facing reality. Like there's something where you're bringing people back to reality or something. Like snapping people back into, like out of delusions and things. Then you have the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands is also protective energy, but it's more of wounded warrior. If you've been hurt in the past, if someone said something in the past, with the 9 of Wands there's something where you have a wall up around something of like, oh, don't want to be hurt again that way. And that could be anything. That could be you protecting your heart, could be your ego, like it could be you protecting yourself, just in general from outside opinions and just becoming quite shut off. But with the 9 of Wands it also feels as if, when I clarify this we'll find out more, there is a need to kind of open that a bit. You don't have to let the wall down completely, and I've said this before, put a window in the wall, right? Don't take the wall down completely, it's protecting you. That's a good thing. Put a window in the wall, so every now and again you can open it, and you can close it. I'm quite proud of that. I've said that before and everyone liked it. It's a very good analogy, I'll take credit completely. Sometimes I say smart things. Then you have the Judgment card. Judgment is feeling called, right? Following that trumpet's call. What do you feel called to? Because it seems as if you're going to have to figure that out. You're going to have a choice. Do what you feel called to do, or stay where you currently are. It feels like movement's going to happen once you listen to that inner voice telling you to do something. The whisper. And it's usually the whisper. Okay, clarifying the King of Pentacles, you have the Three of Cups. So it almost feels like friends are seeing you as a bank. And it could just be in little ways. It could be in bigger ways, but it's almost just like, some of you it's not real friends. It's like, some of you it's like, you're being used a little bit. I don't like that energy. Just be aware of who you're around. I don't want to plant seeds, but just be aware for some of you, not for all of you. Clarify the Seven of Wands. Seven of Swords. So protecting yourself also from sneaky energies where you don't know people's intentions. Some of you are being very protective because you don't know people's whys. You don't know why they're acting a certain way, you don't know why they want something, why they're talking to you, why they're doing something, why they've changed their energy, and because of that you're like, nope, nope. There's like, I don't know why I just got, you're being dodgy, stay away from me. So maybe in the past you gave people the kind of benefit of the doubt and you went, they're acting a bit off. I'm sure there's a reason. Or like, you're like, I'm sure there's an explanation, there's more than meets the eye. Whereas there's something now where you're being much more harsh and you're like, well, they're acting off. They can come to me when they're acting correct. And it seems very like, what's the word? I've lost the word. You're being very protective, but you're being very like, you've got strong boundaries and it's very, very good, basically. Clarify the Queen of Swords. What was that? The Ten of Wands. So Ten of Wands is letting things go. Knowing when to let things go. Knowing when to lay down a lot of responsibilities. A lot of you, with that Queen of Swords energy, I said you're very like, you know a lot about a lot. You're very intelligent. But there's something with this Ten of Wands where you, it's almost like you want to kind of pack that in. It's almost like you're like, I'm sick of being the one that knows everything. I'm sick of being the... Because to me, this just looks like someone's going to the wise old owl. And that's how you're being viewed. Even if you're very young, you're the one people want advice or a listening ear from. And then with the Ten of Wands, you're like, well, I might just take a break. With the Ten of Wands, you're like, I don't want all this responsibility. It's falling back on you, and you're like, I don't want that. I want to be selfish for a second. So it almost seems as if with the Nine of Wands then being your next card, in September you might be closing yourself off a bit from being like the wise guider or the advisor that people come. It's almost like you're the one that listens to everybody's problems but people aren't listening to yours. And then with the Nine of Wands you're like, well, I'm going to take a break from doing that. I'm going to pull back. Three of Swords, yeah. You're focusing on yourself. You're closing off in order to heal things you didn't realize you hadn't healed. Clarify the Judgment. The Fool card. Okay, cool. That's amazing. That's really, really cool. So, the Judgment card is the card that I said, follow what you feel called to do. The next chapter, your next direction, you feel called. It's a whisper in your mind. You feel called. It's going to cause a huge change, and you can tell. And it's almost like you're nervous to do it. And that's what you can feel, the huge shift. Nothing will be the same once you decide to do something. Once you decide to start something new, or to end something, or to try something new, everything's going to be different. Even if it doesn't go the way you planned it, it could go better, it could go worse, but it's going to change everything into a new positive energy of shaking everything up if you've been in like a stagnant energy. The cool thing about that is you then got the Fool card, which is the start of a new journey and something new starting, and it being very nerve-wracking, but you have to do it anyway. You have to follow the fear, because the fear is going to be, I don't know, I feel like your reality needs a little bit of like a shake-up, and it's going to cause a positive shake-up where you get to see a new, I don't know why, there's like a new part of your life that you haven't discovered yet. A lot of you feel like you can predict what's coming, and you can't. There is something you can't predict in a very good way. There's a new lease of life happening. And just focus on your intuition. More than anything, this whole reading, I feel like I want to say, focus on your intuition. If your intuition is saying to close yourself off a little bit, still put a window in that wall. Don't stay closed off from every single person. Be open to being open, but still have a wall. But follow your intuition, follow that little whisper, because your intuition is so correct. I'm going to wrap your reading up here. Thank you so much for watching. If anything I said resonated or you feel it will in the future, please let me know by liking and subscribing. And I'll see you next Tuesday for Tiny Little Tarot Tuesdays.